Okay, so now we are high vibrational. A high vibrational state is a state that brings a great amount of discomfort to those around a high vibrational being as well as comfort. It depends on where the others are in their own return to wholeness, so healing processes or wherever they are. Some might think that you're a quack and you're just off your trolley. You don't know what you're talking about, right? Which is quite okay. And some might want whatever it is that you're having or not having that's keeping you on this high. And some may genuinely, at least their higher self, really need your healing services right now. Either way, as somebody who is vibrating at a high frequency, you may find yourself that you're called upon to assist in working towards an ascension of humanity. You may be a starseed, you may be an indigo child, you may already be born in the fifth dimension, you may be somebody who's gone through a spiritual awakening, a Kundalini awakening, and who feels that there is more to your life than just what you think, and that there is something that you're being prepared for and you're very excited about it. You may be somebody who is part of a spiritual community or is part of an ashram, or you're also associated with a guru or a teacher and you have experienced an awakening, except you're a little lost right now because you don't know what to do or you don't know how to wade through the process. And despite all the yoga you're doing and all the meditation and everything else that you're doing, it's not working. But nevertheless, wherever you all are right now, when you're high vibrational, chances are there is a bigger calling here that is taking place, and you might be one of the forerunners towards the ascension of humanity. And it's very common for something like this to happen when we are changing the aspects, the way that the planets are all placed. Everything has changed. We're in the age of Aquarius. Some call it Yug Parivartan, which means that we are changing the age. Correct? We are in the golden age. Now, as we go through the transition, right? And as we go through a societal, economic breakdown and everything that is happening, now you as the light workers, or those who have been going through all of this preparation, or those of you who recognize that you are earth angels, either way, right now is a time for us to heed to that calling and for us to engage in all this. And a lot of the forerunners have now come through where your healing processes have been completed, and this is where you're now able to maintain the high vibrational state of being. When you're able to maintain a high state of vibration, a lot of people who come for your services and to avail of whatever it is that you're now overflowing with, which is what you are able to then assist with wherever they are, right? You'll find that because you're now maintaining that high vibrational state, you're not being affected as you might have been previously, where you might have felt quite drained by some people coming to you for healing, or you might have been drained. I'm a space healer, so one of the services I offer is that I go into people's homes and I literally, like you do a house reading, like you do a psychic reading, I do a house reading, which is you read the house, you read the consciousness, therefore you read the person in it. So a lot of the times when I'd come out of these, I would need a day or two literally to just recover from it, and which would affect the rest of my work. But as we then learn how to sit with this and we maintain a particular state, you will find that in that very high vibrational state, literally you're able to do more, you have a lot more energy, you're able to fit in quite a lot that was challenging before. This is why folks, it's important for us to realize that we are either now high vibrational or we are in transition. So in transition, to be sitting in the highly vibrational state, that transition phase can sometimes linger and really drag. And the reason why it drags is that there is density that still needs to be released. It is there that still needs to be released without judgment. It's there, let's work on it. You're halfway there or 3/4 of your way already there, right? And once we get to that point, we have this lightness of being. Yeah. And in this state, you're then the worker of light. Your employer is spirit or the universe or metaverse or whatever it is that you can identify. Because in that highly vibrational state, right, you will have by now transcended all languages of universe, all forms of communication of universe about what our existence is. Whether you're somebody who wants to master your brain and you want to experience theta and delta, you want to go towards your healing in that way, whether you want to access your totality that way, or whether it is through scripture, whether it is through yoga, meditation, breath work, whatever it is, the magic of being in a highly vibrational state or high vibrational state is that by this point you see parallels, and by this point it doesn't really matter, because all of those things are all concepts and labels that literally start to fall away. So every belief system starts to fall away, and that's what makes us so light. That's what makes us so light. So any karma that you came with, everything that comes, it falls away. And the last thing, folks, is that in this high vibrational state, you literally dodge karma. By dodging karma, right, it means that you are living an impression-free state. You are no longer impressionable, right? You don't live your life through impression, but through trust. You don't need to be impressed, okay? So it's not that, right, this has to happen. And you see, sometimes when we watch something and when they have all these sound effects, and like when you go and watch a 3D movie, like some of you might have watched Avatar, and you put your glasses on and it feels so real, you feel this effect, right? Now, when you're high vibrational, you don't need all these gadgets. You don't need the extra add-ons for you to be able to really feel it and to see it, because at a high vibration, you literally are it. Lots of love. Take care of yourself and really nurture that little vibe, high vibe that we're in. And all my love as usual. Take care.